Did you know that a single day's change in the Dow Jones can shake the entire economy? One of the most powerful stock indices, the Dow is a reflection of the health of the U.S. economy and even global markets. So, why should you care about it? Let's dive into what makes the Dow Jones so important and how it impacts your financial life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most important things you need to understand about the stock market. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. Have you ever wondered why it's so important or how it affects you? In this video, we'll break it down in the simplest way possible. By the end, you'll see why the Dow is a key player in your financial world. Let's jump in. Segment 1. What is the Dow Jones? Let's start with the basics. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, also called the Dow, is a stock market index made up of 30 major companies. These companies come from different industries like tech, healthcare, energy, and even consumer goods. Companies are selected because they're seen as a reflection of the U.S. economy's health. Think of it as a snapshot of how well big businesses are doing. But why only 30 companies? Well, these 30 companies are considered to be leaders in their industries. If they're performing well, it's a good sign the economy is doing well. If they're struggling, it can indicate bigger economic issues. So, the Dow helps you get a feel for how things are going in the business world. Segment 2. How does the Dow work? Now that we know what the Dow is, let's talk about how it actually works. The Dow is a price-weighted index. Sounds fancy, right? But it's really simple. Here's how it works. The price of a stock affects how much influence it has on the index. For example, let's say Apple or Boeing has a large price change. Their impact on the Dow is much bigger compared to a company with a lower stock price, like Coca-Cola. It doesn't matter how big or small the company is in terms of size or revenue, it's all about stock price movement. That's why, sometimes, even a small drop in the price of a large company's stock can cause the Dow to move a lot. That's why you'll hear news like, the Dow dropped 500 points today. It's really just a reflection of how the prices of these 30 companies moved. Segment 3. Why the Dow matters. Okay, so we understand what the Dow is and how it works. But why should we care? Great question. Dow is often used as a barometer of the overall stock market and the economy. When the Dow goes up, it's seen as a good sign. It suggests that businesses are doing well, which means people have jobs, and the economy is growing. It's a sign of investor confidence. If the Dow starts to drop, it can mean trouble. A sudden or sharp decline in the Dow signals that investors are worried about the economy. They might be afraid of things like inflation, a slowdown in economic growth, or political instability. So when the Dow falls, people start to worry about their investments, and that can lead to bigger problems. Segment 4. How does the Dow affect your financial life? Now, let's get personal. How does the Dow affect you? First off, if you're investing, whether it's in a retirement account like a 401k, an IRA, or even just buying stocks, the Dow can impact your portfolio. When the Dow goes up, it often means the companies within the index are doing well, which can help your investments grow. But if the Dow falls, you might see your investments lose value too. So it's important to understand the Dow's movements if you want to stay ahead of market trends. But it's not just about your investment account. The Dow can affect interest rates. When the Dow drops, the Federal Reserve might step in and lower interest rates to try and stimulate the economy. If you're looking to borrow money, like for a mortgage or a car loan, lower interest rates can mean cheaper borrowing costs. Segment 5. The Dow's role in global markets. Here's something you may not know. The Dow doesn't just affect the U.S. market. It's watched by investors all around the world. If the Dow is doing well, global investors may feel more confident about putting their money into U.S. stocks and companies. This can have a ripple effect, boosting stock markets in Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world. On the flip side, if the Dow is in a slump, global markets might follow suit. This shows just how connected the global economy is, and why changes in the Dow can lead to bigger shifts across the globe. Segment 6. The Dow in real life, what you can do. So, what can you do with all this information? Here's where it gets practical. Keeping an eye on the Dow can help you make smarter financial decisions. If the Dow is rising steadily, it might be a good time to invest, as the market seems to be healthy. But if the Dow is falling, it could be a sign to be cautious, especially with risky investments. Also, if you're preparing for retirement or other long-term goals, understanding how the Dow impacts the economy can help you plan better. For example, if the Dow drops, it might be time to review your portfolio to make sure you're diversified and not overly exposed to risky stocks. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe for more simple financial explanations. And drop a comment below if you have any questions about the stock market.